hide it.
And I just can't hide it.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to sing to us?
I am.
I can't wait.
Shit! I forgot to look for the lyrics of the damn thing.
That's fun. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay. Anyway.
Professionals here. We hold ourselves to a high standard, and by a high standard I mean the standard of someone
being
who's
high.
High. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good standard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all just dogs in God's hot car. Isn't that the truth?
Dogs in God's hot car.
Mm-hmm. I wish that was an original. I just stole it off a sticker that I saw.
Well, it's a lovely sticker.
Mm-hmm. And very true. Don't you feel that way sometimes?
Sometimes. I mean, it's a bad visual, but it's a good, you know.
Yeah. God was just running to the store. Said, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's not fine.
It's never fine.
It's not fine, God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay. Oh no, we haven't started. Okay.
But you know what is fine.
Upright, and fancy, upright, and fancy.
Hey there.
Upright, and fancy, upright, and fancy.
That's what I like.
With
Carra
and Chris. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome.
Yeah, we are a lot to digest, and I love it.
I hope everyone is excited for us because I'm excited for us today.
I am.
Yeah. So Chris Burke.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. All right, let's see what's going on in my life. I am about to go back on another ship.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to Alaska on the
You be a
ocean.
seaman.
Okay, so I went to this camp a long time ago called Camp Seagull. And it was on the water of North Carolina.
That sounds
So it was
nice.
on the beach. It was
What part?
It was like Wellington-ish.
Okay.
Somewhere thereabouts, I think.
Central.
Anyway, you had to get you got badges and stuff. That was the whole thing. It was really cool. It was kind of open. It was for like 3 weeks. It was a long time.
Yeah.
And you got badges, and then if you wanted to continue on in swimming,
Sounds
you
nice.
did that. And I won an award in swimming and stuff, but hated to do anything else. But anyway, everybody had to get one badge, and then you could go on your own for the rest of the time you're there. And the one badge that everyone had to get, where you were able to prove that you were able to be on the water and be okay, was called Apprentice Seaman.
Apprentice seaman.
And I even then was like,
You were like, where do I apply for professional seaman?
yes, screw this apprenticeship.
No.
Apprentice shit.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you needed to have what's the master's level beyond the apprentice. Yeah, I feel like
Seaman.
Yeah, I feel like you were just ready for more serious seamen.
I was ready for the master's program. A PhD,
Ooh.
if you know what I mean.
Doctor.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking for that PhD. You know. It's that smart D. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Reverend Dr. D. Take me to church. Okay, so basically, you had a lovely summer camp experience. I never really got to go to summer camp. It's something that for some reason I'm sad about.
You can still go.
I didn't. No. I feel like I went to summer camp one time, and it was run by the military around Fort Benning, Georgia.
Oh.
And it was very low budget and sad, and there was no air conditioning.
Oh no!
And I'm a very wimpy little fair person who does not handle, Georgia summer with a plum.
Yeah.
I definitely like listen
With
to
a
like
plum.
yeah, exactly.
I love that word.
It's a good
Love
word.
that word. Word of the day. A plum.
A plum. And at one point, there was spoiled chocolate milk. And I threw up. But anyway, I always really, the sad thing, maybe the saddest part of this, is that one of the reasons why I'm so attached to the idea of summer camp is because I got so obsessed with the movie Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a time with that movie? People either like really did or did not at all.
No, I feel like it hit right at the wrong time for me, right when I wasn't paying attention to movies or anything like that. Like the original one hit at a weird time where I wasn't. I just wasn't into it, you know.
No, I mean
it was like maybe in college or something like that, you know, whenever it was.
It's so fucking bizarre, and it's like, and it's one of those things that like a lot of people will be like, I don't know, the common theme was like the first time I saw it, I was like, what the actual fuck is happening the entire time? I didn't know if I was enjoying it. And then the second time became the 90th time, and it just became my favorite movie. And I don't even know what happened between like not getting it and getting it.
Yeah.
I think that you have to. I think that weed and a silly lifestyle, like a college dorm lifestyle, certainly help the experience. But yeah. Anyway, I really, I really just I'm basing it on this ridiculous movie that is, you know, a lot of people who are like in that movie that are supposed to be, you know, 18 are actually like 40
totally.
And
it's
very silly, but I'm like, I wanted to go to summer. I'm sorry, I'm talking about summer camp.
Yeah,
but you're a seaman.
Mine was good. I'm a seaman. I am, in fact, a seaman. No longer an apprentice, but anyway. So Camp Seagull was great.
Seaman.
A master seaman. Masters de la seaman. I don't know. I added some sort of French in there in the middle. Camp Seagull was great. I went to this place called Camp.
Shout out Camp Seagull.
Shout out Camp Seagull. And then, but there was a girls' one called Camp Seafair that my cousins went to and stuff. And then I went to Camp Cheerio a few times.
Wow.
And that one was fun too. It was just like in the woods, and there was just things to do, and you just did stuff. Sort of, maybe. When I went to Camp Seagull though, so my mom and my dad drove me up there, and my dad, this is morbid, but it was the first time that my dad ever felt sick from his cancer, was that trip. And he was really ill, like he was gonna, like really nauseous, and felt really sick the whole time. He never actually got sick until after they dropped me off, but the whole trip up, he felt awful the whole time. And he was trying to be cool about it, but so anyway, we got there, and I didn't know, but they found out soon after that all that had started while I was at this camp. But I got there, and I didn't, like my first 3 days, there were no friends, and I had to do things by myself, and I literally wrote my mom a letter, stamped it, sent it, that said, "If you love me, you will come pick me up." I demanded it. And then literally it put into the mail, found a friend, had the best fucking time the whole time.
Aw, yeah.
It was so
therapeutic probably to send that letter.
I know, but my mom needed that on top of whatever she was handling at the time. But anyway.
But I'm sure you were able to find a phone in the nurse's office and say, "I have a friend, Mama. I'm going to be in the talent show, Mama.
I'm going to be in the talent show. I'm going to dance."
The talent show is always where, you can bring in the weirdos, and all the popular kids and the weirdos have a good time at the end.
Theoretically.
In theory. There's also, if you liked Wet Hot American Summer, or you just like nonsense, the movie Theater Camp that came out a couple of years ago, fantastic. Have you seen this?
No, but I went to the camp that it's based on.
No, you did
Stage
not.
Door Manor. Stage Door Manor, is that what it's called? It's a musical theater camp in the Catskills of New York. That's when, so I was 16 years old.
What?
I was 17. I just turned 17.
Did Amy Sedaris own it?
I think it's the same one, because there's one main one.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's just been up there forever and ever and ever. And of course, I had come out to myself, and then I'd realized I was gay, and I told my best friends. I hadn't told my family yet. I hadn't told my mom. I told my best friends, and this girl Jenny that was like, hey, come up to this musical theater camp. I went last year. You should come with me. So I did, and I think I just turned 17, and we get there. It takes forever to get there, and it's just, and I've never done anything. I hadn't done things like that by myself, so I was expecting to be hanging out with Jenny. And 2 seconds after we get there, she's completely gone.
Oh my God.
I never, like, I'm fully expecting for us to have this time together. So I just immediately was gay. Like people like, but I mean, like I was actually able to just be gay.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
she left so you could just be gay.
No, I think she left because she's a.
What is that?
She's
yeah. Okay, hunty.
Well, she was then, and honestly, I don't know if she was. That's hardcore to say because I was friends with her.
No,
so
it's
so
fine.
I
don't.
If you're listening, Jenny, that's not even her name. I
mean,
made it up.
No, we don't need to. It's. I feel like it's okay
but
to
she
say
bailed.
to say that was a dick move because
it was a dick move. It was a dick move.
It was.
That's
but then you just came
but then I blossomed.
Own.
Yeah, I blossomed, like, and I was super gay the whole time. You
tried it on, and you were like, it fits.
I was like, look, I can be, and I'd wake up in the morning and I was gay, and then
the chaps fit like a glove.
They do. Look at right up under my butt cheek.
Red leather daddy, yellow leather daddy.
Yeah, so then I got home.
That's our warm-up exercise, by the way.
It's our red leather daddy, yellow leather daddy. And anyway, so I got home, and I was so used to being gay that
so used to being gay.
but I had to go back in the closet when I got back, and even that short amount of time completely changed who I was, and I couldn't go back. And so I was sitting, but I didn't.
Transformative power of safe spaces for little queer weirdos.
Safe spaces. Yay for safe spaces.
And you can just all of a sudden be like, oh, I know what it's like now.
There are other people like me? Oh.
Yeah. No,
most of the people, they were gay, and they were all my age. And I was like, so you're gay, and you're normal, and you're fun, and you're cute, and I don't know, like...
Yeah.
And my director was like a 30-year-old or something like that, and he was so great, and he was so cute, and his like boyfriend was like the most handsome dude in the entire camp of gay men. I had crushes.
Role models as well as crushes.
I did. I had never before that time really met other gay people. I had just been gay and been like, what do I do about this? Revelation.
I got some ideas.
I know.
I think that's one thing that it's like, especially to see people like in the next stage, not just in their like early 20s, but like actually like well into their adulthood, like in their 30s, like being gay, doing their thing, like having, just being able to see like, oh, you don't spontaneously combust. Oh, like you are still like a person who is like, very, very like attractive and has a role in society. And it's like, I just feel like there's just always this sort of, I don't know, there's just this like queer coding of all these like bad behaviors, like all these things about like people that are just a little bit off or like negative. But there are a lot of wonderful things. And I think we can see people being like different and like having a great time. It changes everything when you're a kid that has just been trying to figure out why the things don't just work the same way for you as they do.
Didn't. They really didn't though. Like, cause I had my 2 older brothers were just really good at everything, including girls, and I remember
those handsome Burke boys.
We were on a ski lift one time, and I guess I was like 12 or 13, so I didn't know I was gay. But clearly I was the most effeminate child of all time. Like, I have video proof of me being the most effeminate child of all time with my shirt down like this.
Oh my goodness.
Because Tiffany and Debbie Gibson did it, of course.
Of course.
Duh. But we were on a ski lift one time, and they were like grilling me about my girlfriend. They were like, so is Jenny your girlfriend? Like, do you do anything with her? Like, fully like being like, what? You're a big old mo. They knew I was a mo well before I did. Yeah.
And then you went to theater camp.
And then I went to theater camp, and I came back, and I came out to everyone.
And look at you.
And look at me. I've been out ever since. What?
I mean, the transformative power
of safe spaces.
Yes. And
it's very well said.
And also like fucking fun spaces, like where you can just be silly. And like I think that's one of the things where like there just seem like there are so many rules about like, well, you have to do this and this and this in order to get entry to this. But like in general, like if you just are, you can find other people that you like and hang out with them, and there really aren't a lot of gatekeepers and boundaries to like having a good time if you are interested in having a good time with fun people. You just have to like not, I don't know, accept the status quo as the law and look under, you know, some rocks and like have some, you know,
an open mind.
Leave your town sometime.
Yes, leave your town.
If you're lucky enough to do so. I know that's also a privilege. But what? Well, you just gestured strongly.
I did. We have totally taken this entire huge tangent on my check-in. We haven't even gotten to your check-in
to
yet.
Just suddenly...
It just occurred to me. I did not mean to interrupt. I was like,
I see a burning bush somewhere.
I gave it...
Moses! So check-in, you're going on a boat and you're a seaman, and you...
It have been for a long time.
And a long time. You're a professional seaman.
I'm a graduate program professional seaman.
PhD. Reverend Dr. Seaman Burke, and then for me, my check-in is I'm still an apprentice level seaman. I get seasick. I do get seasick. But you know, nothing clears it up like some semen. Just kidding. I'm at Dramamine.
Apprentice seaman. It's just fun to say though.
It is.
It was fun to say back then. It just felt like one word, and then I was like, wait, it's two,
and one of them is semen,
and one of them's fun,
and that comes out. Okay, so really, I think right now, again, like it's a little bit hard because we're on a different timeline with things. We're in the middle of, we're in the dog days of summer, the very end, the dregs of summer here.
Although it is nicer today.
Yes.
It's in the 80s today. The lower 80s, I think.
It's been Satan's asshole. Just so many days where you just go outside and you just want to say, no.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
And so we are, but it's also the time of the Olympics.
Yeah. I love the Olympics.
And I thought, oh, this would be such a nice thing to get, you know, Clover into the Olympics because, you know, I used to watch the Olympics when I was a kid, and, you know, now it's like, I don't, you know, it's very hit or miss, you know, but like, I was just like, you know, and Clover has a lot of like natural athleticism I never had, and like, she loves to like, you know, she's an amazing swimmer, and she's incredibly strong and does all of these like trapeze things.
Amazing.
She is like the star of her swim class. She like holds her breath underwater for a very, very long time at a time. Like, most kids at that age are just still like crying when they have to get their face wet intentionally. She like uses the ladder to go deeper into the pool. And then wave from down there. It's her signature move. She does things her way. Yeah. And
well, good. You've done well then. If that's what she do, then you've done well.
And I was just like, well, you know what? Because Clover often has this thing where she is, if other people are really impressed with something, if someone is like very impressive, very good at something, she likes to pretend to not be interested in it because she's just like, obviously a little like, you know, she likes to
play coy.
Well, but she also, she really, when other people like have these abilities that she doesn't have yet, she immediately takes personal offense. And it's funny. Just like, and so I was just like, oh, you know, the most impressive person in the world, let's watch Simone Biles. Like, it's amazing. You can see, me and Katie Ledecky was swimming. We've been watching that. Simone Biles, it was like, surely this, like, because, you know, we're thinking about, you know, getting her more into gymnastics because she does a lot of solo things that are very, very wild. And,
that's funny.
And she just, it just became her bit of just being not impressed by Simone Biles. Like, arguably the most impressive person on the planet.
Funny, so sassy.
Yeah, we'd watch like a highlight reel, and I'd be like, oh, like I'd just be responding to it, and I'd be like that is just the most, it's the most amazing thing. Like, I mean, what? And I was like, I'd say something along the lines of just like. I just think that's so impressive, and I just hear from behind me, but not me. Nagging Simone Biles because she was just so.
That is so cute, though.
Yeah.
She's got a little mind of her own.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And she certainly does have a little mind of her own, and she definitely, she is always, she is always thinking about her reputation and her.
Wow, she's long term already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's a big Leo energy,
Uh-huh.
and and so it's been really funny to me to watch her pretend to not be interested in Simone Biles. But I did find a great entry point for her in the Olympics with diving, because it's like the intersection of like
cool.
gymnastics and swimming.
100%. Yeah,
and I was like, you can't not like. There's no way that you can not be impressed with this. Like the 10 meter or whatever, when they're just like, they start like, upside down.
Like,
They
totally.
get up there and get fucking upside down.
Their head is so close to the thing when they spin, like Greg Louganis.
Like, oh my God.
Did you see that when that happened?
Yes.
I was watching it live too.
Yes, and now I just can't stop looking.
Me too. Every time. I'm burnt.
It's
traumatized. I'm burnt.
Because I mean, that's brainstem.
Brainstem.
You need that.
Yeah.
And
so anyway, so did she or did she not like? What was her verdict on diving?
At first she tried to pretend it wasn't impressive, and then she got transfixed, and then she began like to get scared they were gonna get hurt, because I also like have that. I think she was just like. She was
feeding off your
and I was like, oh no, I'm making her nervous. These people are like, one of the people, and this was the only person I saw that got a perfect 10, fucking 14 years old, and just like the most impressive thing. I don't know. I feel like the Olympics are so
they're
wonderful.
Amazing. I think they are too.
I don't know, in all of these different ways, and like, but like really this I don't know, just opening your mind to this world of people that are just. So fascinating. And there are like some people that like one of these girls, I can't remember her sport sadly, but like her whole life is like she like jumps, she's like studied like jumping on trampolines and dinosaurs, and like
I saw that. I think I saw that. I think I
so
saw about her.
Yeah.
That fucking trampoline stuff is so fun. I can never
she's
find
a paleontologist who like meddled in the trampoline stuff. So it's like, I mean, it's just amazing, and like all these different kinds of like all these different like these people who look so wildly different, and like I don't know, and like also
it's true.
Yeah,
and they have a similarity in amongst their other countrymen or women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
guy, French guy who knocked over. Do you know the guy who he knocked over the pole vault thing with his dick?
With his penis? Of course I know him. Lord, that was over gay social media.
How would you? But yeah,
the gay socials were flooded with his penis.
I mean, I think some ladies were flooded too. If you know.
Not your basement.
No, my basement.
My basement is flooded.
Not my downstairs.
Not my downstairs.
God, there's really no worse phrase than sump pump. I tried to make a joke, and I was like,
sump
pump.
Sump pump.
That's what people use to dry out their basements. But
God.
Like real basements.
But
I know you don't know about vagina words. We don't have any secret sump pumps.
I mean, I just like I'm trying to figure out what the word sump is. It sump?
the way you pop that pee.
Is it sump?
You know how to pop your pee.
I do.
Yeah, it is.
Pee.
Sump.
So, but is it? I get intrigued because are there sump faucets or sump people? You know what I mean? Like is sump an adjective?
People.
Is it sump?
It's
sump
named after the
people?
sump people, the Greater Adirondacks.
I just wonder. I just wonder if it's an adjective. Like
oh my God, how are we talking about sump pumps?
My connection to this is
Yes.
lukewarm. The word lukewarm.
Ooh.
I thought Luke was an adjective, so I could be like, well, this is Luke cold, or this light is Luke bright, but it's not. Lukewarm is the word. So I wonder if some pump is my lukewarm.
Oh, sorry. I just got a text that somebody's coming to Clover's birthday party now, and it's tomorrow.
Oh no!
Sorry,
Oh no! Please handle.
No, it was just something where I was just like, oh no, that's actually something. Because I was going to look up something pump, but we can talk about that later. I think it might be time to put our hands in holes.
Okay.
Do you want to put your hand in some holes?
I do. I need to get where's my effing, oh no, where it is. I gotta get this.
Where's your effing hole?
Nobody move. My contact. I think it's in here.
Your DVD of Contact by Jodie Foster. I don't think we have these lyrics down there, do we?
No, maybe not this one. Shit. Put your hand up in the hole. There's there's the other two.
All
though.
those. Yeah, we still need to edit. We've been busy, y'all.
We've been busy.
It's been busy, and now he's gonna leave me again. But we're gonna try. We're gonna get this shit together.
We're getting our shit together for y'all.
Preschool. I'm gonna get some shit together.
Okay, so you sang the fishbowl song, right,
yeah.
if you remember it, because that's right, because I
I
have the other two.
I'm just so good at singing.
I'll give you a little.
It's my special talent. Okay.
I'll give you a little rhythm section.
Fishbowl, fishbowl, put your hands in the hole. Take something out, take a look. What is there to say?
Yay! I love our fishbowl song.
Oh my God. Okay, do I get to pick first, or do you?
Sure.
Okay.
It doesn't. Yeah, have at it.
Put my hand in there.
Put your hand up in the hole.
Oh, it's a. This hole is. I could get a paper cut in this hole.
I cannot tell you. I have no idea what any of these are.
It's been a minute.
Hopefully,
Okay.
I got rid of all the emo ones.
Ooh, this is a good one. I don't remember. You must have put this. Pick a tarot card for a past life.
Ooh, I did put that in there. I put that one in every year.
Good.
Yeah, good use. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Whichever one you want to use. I know you have.
Well. Okay. Well, I think we should. Maybe we could just do. Yeah, we'll do them separately. Okay.
Okay, so first of all, pick a tarot for a past life.
And so we have a pre-show, and where we do a little bit of tarot, and I'm gonna try to bring in some more tarot into the podcast.
This is a good way to jumpstart that.
And if you have any ideas for how you'd like to see that happen, then let us know. BrightonFancy@gmail.com.
No idea is too terrible. Ha! I just made that up. No idea is too terrible. Yeah, that was hard. That was difficult.
That was terrible.
That was terrible.
No, it wasn't. I'm just just being a terror.
A terror.
Okay. So let's do yours first.
I'm dying to shuffle them.
Oh no! Oh, because you're so good at them.
'Cause
I'm so bad at shuffling.
I'm like the shuffle.
You're so good at shuffling.
I-
Okay,
I-
so do you want to do one for me and then I'll do one for you?
Sure.
Okay. Or you can start with yours. Oh my God, you have to teach me how to shuffle.
All right. So do I do the three things for you and you?
Okay, let's see. Oh my God, you're so good at shuffling.
I just did it once. I could do it more.
Yeah, I think that, just do the 3 stacks for me, and then we will, and just put it in, and then we'll pick. All right. Oh, I'm stuck between these two. Sorry, no, this is scintillating. I think it's this one.
I love the word scintillating.
Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, I would also like to just I'm going to do a couple, I should have let you do that part. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I'm just going to do a couple follow-ups here. And then we will do yours next. Okay, so for my past life, we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Cups reversed, and we have the Hierophant. And so the 9 of Pentacles is kind of like, it's sort of a wish fulfillment sort of a card. It's like your dreams sort of come true in some ways. It's sort of like, it can be about sort of luxury, which I would like to believe that maybe I had a luxurious life. And then the Four of Cups, when it's upright, is about kind of feeling a little bit of a malaise, not seeing the good things in your life, feeling a little over it.
When it's upright.
Interesting. And it's reversed, so it's like, I think it's kind of like, sort of, like becoming appreciative of what's in front of you. And the Hierophant is a major arcana card that's kind of like the rule book, the subject matter expert, the doctor, the lawyer, the person who is the authority, or this established set of rules. And so this kind of makes me think that in a past life,
you were kind of a bigwig.
I was kind of a bigwig.
You were kind of the shit.
I might have been. Maybe I'm being punished for the things I did when I was the shit. Because I feel like maybe in a past life there was some, wish fulfillment. Maybe I had some authority, and maybe I was kind of dissatisfied, but then at a crucial point, found my power and maybe enjoyed myself. This is so nice to see. I was really, anyway, I don't know, but apparently maybe I was somehow wealthy and making rules. That seems unlikely, but hey. And then they were like, let's make her poor and weird. And, okay.
Let's make her poor and weird.
There was a part when I had my reading with Frank where he said, in a past life, you were very smart. And then he went on to say genius level smart. I knew what he was saying. But it was just very funny. It was just
that's funny.
In this life, not so much. And then Chris in his past life. Let's see.
Yeah, this was a good one.
This is a great idea. I had no idea. Look at you, always surprising me. All right.
Kel Surprise. Ooh, that little bitty one is calling my name.
Mm-hmm. You like a short deck man?
Yeah, but the other deck is warmer. That dude's warmer.
Whatever's calling you, whatever you like.
That one called me first.
Yeah, let's do it. Hear about Chris's past life here.
What about mine?
Ooh, Two of Wands. Ooh, okay. The Nine of Wands reversed and the Ace of Swords. So, I'm thinking that this is the second time the Ace of Swords has come up for you, which makes me think that maybe you are sort of working on one of your soul contract cycles.
What does that mean? Is that a bicycling thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's like the Tour de France, but karma.
All right.
I don't know
cool.
what I'm saying.
I like
it. So we are, yes, who knows what is happening, but in the universe. But I think that there seems to be, as far as what I can tell from various sundry things, is that energy doesn't go, it goes on to a next thing, but it's, it is, that our souls or whatever kind of continue, and that there are certain contracts that you make with certain other souls, for different reasons. They can be positive and negative, or, and that sometimes you're fulfilling your soul contracts, and sometimes it can be helpful when you're trying to figure out like, why does this person keep coming back into my life or something like that.
That there's something and like undone business.
Yeah, and again, this is all like extrapolation for fun. No one has any authority. You can talk to people about this. There are things that are interesting.
I love it.
You know, obviously, it's all just food for thought and things. But there are just some people, and there are some people that you kind of have this feeling you've met them, and you've just like, we've lived a life together before. I know it. Like, I'm not even talking about like romantically, but just like,
I definitely have met people like that for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
you were kind of that person. I feel like we've known each other my entire life. Definitely,
absolutely. That's so sweet of you to say. I feel the same way.
We were friends before too.
Yeah. And so I think that like you are, so the Two of Wands has to do with a lot of it's often a lot of creativity, like kind of like career sort of creativity and organization and things like that. And so it's kind of like, I think that it's saying that you were sort of someone who was a bit of a mover and a shaker, who was sort of who was like working creatively but like intensely, like it's a lot of like constant work in the twos, and with the Nine of Wands reversed, like the Nine of Wands a lot of times is it can be about like feeling overburdened, having a lot of anxiety, feeling like you have that you have too much on your plate. And then, right. Yeah. And then the Ace of Swords, you know, what came up for you in the pre-show, it's like the aces are very strong. When I was first learning tarot, one of the things that surprised me is I kind of thought like the aces and the pages, like maybe they were perhaps like less powerful cards, but they actually are like source energy kind of cards.
Oh, interesting.
And so like the Ace of Swords is like the source energy of the suit of swords, which is, you know, like, you know, logic and strategy, and it's a pretty like badass suit, but it's like it's definitely a little bit more to task. And so I feel like oh no, you didn't have the Ace of Swords before. You had the Page of Swords.
Yeah, I had the Page.
And that was, okay, so we're going to the source energy of the Page of, so basically, the Sword Suite. This is all about, I think, you kind of being in this place where like just really overburdened, overwhelmed, trying to like be creative, trying to get it together, and then like coming into your own with like finding your like sort of business sense and boundaries and strategy and things. And so I'm just going to go ahead and say that you were the astrologer to Nancy Reagan. I know these timelines don't add up.
No, it's
We're going to go back. Maybe, and...
No, I guess I wouldn't. I was born in 76. This it wouldn't line up, but it's just funny to me. But let's say that you that you were like a Hollywood agent back in the day, Charlie Chaplin's agent, and then you got really overwhelmed. Yeah. And then because old Charlie was killing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then killing me.
And you were always just having to like find illegal abortions for his ladies.
Oh, yeah. All them Chaplin
that's the Ace
around.
Of Swords you were using. Sorry. That's...
I
redact that. And, but basically I think that there is something coming back to like feeling like just having to try so hard to like keep things afloat that you're trying to do, that you're passionate about, and like finding this sort of like solid strategy and like the peace that comes with that. Seems like maybe it might be part of your
thing. Yeah. No, I had like a soul reader woman tell me about a past life, and it was that exact thing. Like it was try to do too much.
Oh my goodness!
That's
I
something
forgot about that.
that's something I've never gotten. I still haven't been able to fully get over whatever that is.
This is part of your like soul journey thing. Is like you're trying to figure out how to
because some previous life died doing stuff for everyone else and then didn't get to do the thing that he really wanted to, and so apparently so I'm like I'm always like, you know, I love it though. I love stuff like that. So that was pretty similar though.
It was very similar,
and it's similar. All of those things are sort of. I mean, it's not exactly what I'm doing right now, but you know, they different stories inside them resonate all, and you know, all three of those many lives. I have all kinds of thoughts about like, because I you know, it's taken me a little bit longer to get like where I feel as good on stage until right now. So I'm you know, in this part of my life, and so it makes me wonder if like the previous life before me never really even got to this point. And so then it always like builds up a little bit. So then you know, I'll still live the rest of my life, of course, but then the next life will have a starting point that's farther along than I did. And then the next one will have a starting point for as far as they get. I've been thinking about that lately for some reason.
That's really interesting.
I know.
Yeah, there's things that keep occurring to you. I feel like one thing I've learned is that it's like it's like when you start paying attention to them and not just sort of like discounting them outright, which I used to all the time. Like,
me too.
Keep recurring to me, and I'd just be like, meh. And then later I'd be like, Jesus, like that was right in front. Yeah,
the intuition that we did in the pre-show as well. Yeah, follow your intuition.
And so I don't know, when things keep occurring to you like that, I feel like it is really something to pay attention to. But it's very, I don't know.
I just keep getting that exact thing, which is so funny.
That is so strange. I completely forgot about that. And but it was very much the same kind of a story. Would you like to put your hand
my hand up in hole, fishbowl, fishbowl. Put my hand up in hole.
It feels so good.
It does. I'm whittling.
That's
boundaries. A year in your life that stands out.
Oh my goodness! Wow, these are like big ones.
I know. Should we go sillier and come back to it, or?
I feel like we could do, I mean, I think that because we've all had years of our life that have stood out for different reasons, we could pick a silly, like a happy one.
Yeah. Okay, I have one already.
Unless you want to go dark, which
sure.
I'll always go with you.
Yeah, we don't need to go dark. I have a good one. So, what was it, 2003?
Uh-huh.
And
my God, I think mine is like 2003.
Have you already thought of one too?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, good.
Oh my God. Like the thing is too, is like we're not the same age. Like we're like 8 years apart or something. So it's interesting that both of us, it would be like this 2003 time. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you continue to talk.
Well, I was on the Today Show. And I got chosen out of like 6,300 or something like that applicants because I
sang.
Dressed up, well, because I sang, but I then thank you. I had what I thought dress up like a red button-down shirt tucked into my pants with pleats. I mean, I
give you one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Yes, and I recorded it on a VHS, and then I had to transfer it. I transferred it onto another VHS, and I sang "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" and something else. And there was all this trickery because my boyfriend at the time and my mom knew that they had chosen me. But they were trying to get me to the Kroger cheese department or wherever my boyfriend told him I was going to be.
Kroger cheese department. And then if I know Chris, I know what he'll be.
No, he was. I guess he figured out that I was going to be in the Kroger cheese department. But anyway, so 2003 was when all that went down, and it was unbelievable and really sad when I got booted. I was booted early. There were 8 of us, and I was the second cut,
but not the first.
But I was close. But I realized. I mean, it was. I loved all of them, and they could all sing pretty well. But it wasn't a talent competition. It was which I was all in. I was like, I got this. It is mine. Like I totally I had had all this.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah, and then I was. They shipped me. That you have to get up in the morning, rehearse, and then live on television they call you out by your name, and if your name is not calling, you're and so they kept calling everybody else's name. I was thinking I was in.
Yeah.
And so then they just literally shoved me off stage. They were like, your bags are packed, you have a flight, go. And and so they shoved me in a car, and I'm in there, and all my stuff's in the back, and I'm crying.
Yeah.
And I have this much makeup on because they have so much makeup on for today's show. And all I could think was take my I have something on my foot. I had set my sock, and I was like,
oh my god,
yeah, with my sock, and
because
makeup was going everywhere. It was back in the day when makeup just bled everywhere.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so mine's 2003 because I was on the frickin' Today Show.
I was just following up about my friend who was going to my house.
Are they still going to your house?
No, but I just feel bad because I was very short. Hi Georgia. She's a listener of the podcast.
Oh yay! Hello Georgia. Shout out to Georgia.
Shout out to Miss Georgia. I love her so much. And okay, so yes.
So your a year in your life that stands out in a positive way was also around that time?
It was. And so I was just talking to a friend of mine who actually I met during this time, and I hadn't really thought about it, but like I knew that this was a special time, but I hadn't thought about how, like, you know, at this point I'm like 41, I have a lot, I'm very...
not 2003.
Yes, not 2003.
Okay.
Sorry. No, very good point. I'm actually not even 41 yet. I'm going to hang on to every day of 40.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was probably about 21 in this time, maybe 22, and I had been at this college for, you know, this is my junior year of college, and I'm in this dorm, Mary Hobbs, which is like, it was always like, it's considered like a lesbian dorm, and it was, and when I came to like view Guilford College, like, and I did like an overnight theater, like, we're putting you in Mary Hobbs, you dyke, and but it was like a very like, it was a very serene, like, you know, like it wasn't a party situation. It was like just a very like kind of weird but good girls who like crocheted on the porch. And then for some reason, it wasn't planned, just these different people converged onto this dorm, and like a lot of them are like my best friends of my entire life, and some of them I did not know at all. Like my friend Lane, like she transferred. She wasn't even supposed to be going to Guilford. It was like very random, and she got put with someone. We just went, like, we were just on vacation together talking about this, and like her friend wasn't supposed to also be at Guilford, and they just got put together, and they're still friends to this day.
Amazing.
And like, and then so like basically I have like I'm very lucky to have a lot of very close friends, but of my 3 best friends, 2 of them I met for the first time and made that year, and then the other one I lived with that year in the dorm. And it was just this magical time where I did not do my work, and I had to leave school after that, but I had so much fun, and we just fucking hung all the time, and like we had these lovely parlor areas and these porch areas, and we were just like, I mean, we were just fucking wild and weird. Like there was this one point where like there was like topless power hours on the porch, and just for us, we were just having a good time. There's like at one point it snowed, and we're like, boobies in the snow, and and like the security was like, what is happening at this dorm? And we would just like, we're openly smoking weed on the front porch, and our RA would come out and be like, they're about to come out, put it away, girls. And we're like, and but like most of the time we were just like talking. We were just sitting in the parlor and laughing.
I
like
love that
all
thing.
hours.
Yeah,
and
no,
we
that's
had
good.
so much fun. Anyway, and so basically it was like I wonder what was happening like astrologically or whatever, because it was a time where like and a lot of those people all, you know, like for a lot of different people this was like a very critical juncture, and like it's friendship that has like shaped and changed and sustained. And that's just a very interesting thing, especially when you're dealing with people from like wildly different backgrounds that like didn't even intend to like converge in anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know how interesting that was to anyone else, but
no, but that was great. That was great. That was we both had immediate answers to that.
I was not on the Today Show, and I was not surprised in the Kroger cheese section.
I get so loud. So at some point I will. I've got a video somewhere.
We've got to post that.
Because so it was also on my mom's birthday. And so all I could think, like, there was literally a camera. I was in the cheese thing. My boy.
What cheese were you buying? I have to know.
I kind of knew that something was going down because my boyfriend at the time, Chris, was being really weird. And like my mom had acted a little bit weird on the phone the day before, and this was about the time that they told I was the last one that they told. Well, I had to leave that night to go fly there, and I was on TV the next day. But so I was the last one chosen, and I was like, this is the time that people are chosen, and why the hell is he taking me to Kroger? Like, why are we in Kroger, and why is he going to barf all the time? Like, why is he being so... He was like, I'm so nervous. It was like, why are you nervous?
This isn't about the dill Havarti, is it?
This is not about the Gouda, the smoked Gouda. Did you say dill Havarti?
I did say dill Havarti.
Amazing.
Oh my God. If I have to make up a fake boyfriend in the future, I'm going to name him Dill Havarti.
Yes, he could be
my male alter ego.
Yeah, like you're just ethnic in some way, right? Dill Havarti.
Dill Havarti.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
like George Glass.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we are in a we're not as behind as sometimes. I hope everyone's enjoying this. We love you so much.
Oh my God, we didn't even say we're upright and fancy. This is episode 12. I don't think we've said. Did we? Oh my God.
I know I think we did in the pre-show maybe, but not in the regular show.
So this is episode 12.
These shows, like, we have so much fun, and then they're just completely gone from our minds, and then when we go back to them, it's been so fun. I hope it's fun for you guys, because we're just, oh my God, this is the best. And yeah, Dill Havarti, thanks to you.
Dill Havarti.
I feel like it would be a great detective agency, like if you were a private eye, like Dill Havarti.
If someone's last name is Dill and someone else's last name is Havarti.
I know, I'm
like
thinking
a law
of
firm.
one name.
Dill Havarti, a law firm. If it's one name, that's pretty great. Or like your pet, you know what I mean? Like, come here, Dilly. Dill Havarti.
I'm all for dilly dallying. But I think that
they're twins, Dilly and Dally Havarti.
Oh my God.
Dilly Havarti and Dally Havarti.
Okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
We'll explore this.
Yes.
So I'm so glad we're recording this. Send it to space. The aliens need to know.
They need to know.
We normally do some advice during this time.
If you don't have anything, we have the envelope somewhere.
The envelope is here. I was thinking we would consult the envelope.
I think we should consult this.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, do I have it upright?
Fancy. It can be any direction. Clover is not super specific about the orientation of her
portraiture.
Painting. She's quite the artiste, and if you're watching, she created something that was just for us four while we were recording.
I love it.
She always wants to go and feels so sad that she can't.
I mean, at some point, like 10 years from now or something, she could be when we're big and hardcore and on Netflix. We can. She can come on.
When we're big and hardcore and on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think we've got some interesting ones, but I feel like we should keep it fun. And oh my God. So we
have a song.
We have a song. We have not revisited it, and I feel like I don't know. How do you?
I think I start it, and so that's my line. That's your line. That's my line. So.
Okay, just do whatever you want with it.
Okay, your questions.
That's what we want.
Advice.
We're gonna give it to you.
We're gonna give it to you.
Do with it what you will.
Do with it what you will.
We all have our holes to fill.
Your questions.
That's what we want.
Advice.
We're gonna give it to you.
We're gonna give it to you.
We're gonna give it all to you.
All that advice.
For your big juicy questions.
Can you take it all?
What are you gonna do with all that?
advice.
Are you gonna change your life?
With my scalding hot advice. I'm sorry, I totally jumped on your line. I thought we were doing those together.
Maybe we did. I
can't
truly
remember.
don't remember.
I can't either. You said, "Are you going to change your life with all this hot scalding advice?"
With my hot scalding advice.
Written by Carra. Written, directed, produced, mixed, mastered.
It's a hot vodka joint. You took the dog for a walk, and I said, you know what? Let's do our advice jingle, and that came to me.
Yeah.
And it's fun and silly, and I hope
It's
you
amazing.
like it. Maybe we could shorten it a bit, but
I'm gonna put a beat behind it. It's gonna be a thing.
A beat. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that trip I was talking about with the friends, where we were talking about the origin of, a lot of the friend groups around that time. That trip was the trip where we put a box for questions for the podcast. I'm not saying sentences very well, but I swear I haven't had a stroke. Actually, I probably can't swear to it. Who knows? But I'm not currently frothing.
Important. These are important details.
Yes. And and so I went on vacation with we rented a bunch of cabins at a state park with my friends who are of from this time, and then one of their lovely children, J. Marie, shout out J. Marie, we love you.
Shout out J. Marie.
And we will try to remember to put a link to her the book that her mom wrote about J. Marie and her type 1 diabetes, the best kind of friend, in the show notes. And she made a question box, and we got some interesting questions from all ages. So okay, let's see. Let's pick. Let's see. We've got. In what context do you enjoy pickles? It's unsigned. Unsigned.
I enjoy pickles.
I don't know if this is an advice question, really.
I like it. I enjoy pickles in a lot of different contexts. Thank you so much for your question. I like them on sandwiches. I like them by themselves. I like them when they're crispy. Not so much soggy, and not like the flaccidy stuff, but
the flaccidy stuff.
Yeah, that's what you say about bacon. Flaccid bacon. I like them crisp. Also, I grew up with my Super Pickle stuffed toy.
Oh my God, Super Pickle!
So all kinds of contexts, actually.
Yes,
pickles are near and dear to my heart.
We have a shared note where we save things we want to eventually talk about on the podcast.
You're so much better about that than I am.
We have a saved note about Super Pickle, and that was another canary in the coal mine of your homosexuality. Is that you're like the toy that you loved so much. You were like, a Super Pickle will save me.
Yeah, Super Pickle is really great.
Yeah, your best friend was a little phallic object.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, which Toby thinks is a funny saying, if I'm being honest,
for once.
Yeah, for once, it wasn't really phallic. It if it wasn't the color green, it would look sort of like a lumpy poo. You know what I mean? Like a fake poo. You know what I mean? Like it just like lumpy. Yeah. So it wasn't really phallic to me.
Okay.
But consciously.
And he had a cape?
Consciously. And he had a little cape.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
just so it was a pickle, and he had little eyes or whatever, and he had these strings with little hard little round hard things for hands and legs, hands and feet, and then a little cape that would just come down that far, and you could mess with him, and his legs and arms to go like that. He was really cute. Yeah, I'll have to, if I can Google it and find a picture of it, I'll put
Google
one right
Super
here.
Pickle.
I'll Google Super Pickle. Yeah, hopefully this is where Super Pickle will be. But I love Super Pickle. Yeah, so anyway,
it's so adorable.
I like it in all kinds of contexts, including growing up with a Super Pickle. And having a Super Pickle right now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, how about you? I just wanted to say that. What about you? Pickles in your context?
Yeah. I was expecting more of a gherkin. But yeah.
I was just gherkin around though, so it's
sorry.
That was corny, Sean. I
love it. Okay. I think that whenever someone says the word gherkin, you have to immediately say the lamest thing that you could possibly say. So I
stepped up to the plate for that shit. Yeah.
You did. You always yes and.
I do. I try.
Yeah, it's something that I love so much about us.
Me too.
Okay, so pickles, I always feel disappointed with myself in not liking pickles as much as I think I should like pickles. I always try to find someone to give my pickle to. And yeah, I like to give you my pickle.
Well, give me that pickle!
You'll never give me your pickles. I'll give you mine. But like, I just feel like it's something that when I was younger, I used to like pickles, but there was a moment, I remember when I was like walking around the neighborhood in the 4th grade with my friend Siobhan. And Siobhan, I don't know what was going on with her, 'cause she's the same age. And she definitely had some more adult sexual ideas than I did.
Whoa.
And I remember at one point we were walking around eating big dill pickles, and she was like, let's pretend we're eating alien penises.
Oh my, how old were you?
4th grade.
Whoa.
And I just...
You were like, sure?
And I was like, okay. But I just...
penis?
I think maybe that...
Also, welcome to the stage, alien penis!
And yeah, and it was just, I think that's there. I remember that kind of just like dill pickles losing their shine a bit for me. And I don't really like pickled juice. And I also don't enjoy olives. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people immediately are like, you're canceled. You don't like a lot of these things are divisive. I didn't used to like that
stuff. I do now.
But I keep trying it and I always hate it. And but there are lots of things that I do like. But like, I do like a sweet pickle on things. And a lot of people also judge that.
Yeah, Toby doesn't like the sweet pickles. I like them all.
Many people, yeah.
I like them all.
Okay, you like all the
pickles. I do. And we're like, in fact, when you're eating like a chicken sandwich, like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, I haven't eaten there since they went anti-woke. I'm just kidding. Since they were anti-gay many years ago.
They were always anti-gay. Yeah. But
those pickles make that sandwich.
And I always take them off because I don't like them.
Just fling them. I'm like...
Not
catch them. That would be fun.
I mean, we can put that on the Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have one of those one day. That'd be really fun. What would you like to hear or see on our Patreon?
Would you like me to put little Chick-fil-A pickles on his nipples?
Or
sound off in the comments.
Or fling them and I catch them like a dog.
Or on your nipples.
Or I catch them on my nipple like a dog.
Bling.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Was there ever a girl in your college that like really?
It's all about you. All about you.
I swear I am not a garbage can, despite evidence to the contrary.
Evidence to the contrary is a great term, a great phrase. Okay.
And yeah.
You said, was there ever a girl in my college
that would put like CDs on her nipples? Like she had like long nipples, and see how many CDs she could stack.
No, well, I'm not in front of me.
It was,
Hopefully, it wasn't that many. A double CD, a box tape. What is that called? Box set. A box set. The box set of Led Zeppelin of CDs. Maybe not.
Yeah, no, she could get a lot of, but I just never wanted. It was always.
Yeah, no question marks.
Yeah, Anyway, sorry. I just was wondering.
No, but I did have. There was I won't say her name, but I was at a party at our house, which was, and when I was in college, which we always had the craziest parties because we were fun. Because we were fun and we had crazy fun friends and everybody just had the craziest time. And we were all hanging out and it was in my friend Chris's room, I think. And a friend of ours comes in and she's very outspoken and she was so much fun. I won't say her name just because, but she was so much fun but she was kooky. But in a really fun way. Like we always drew the kooky ones to us, and she was definitely
not familiar.
And she came in. I mean, we still might, I mean, she came in and was like, "Guess what I got pierced today?" And lifted it up and showed me exactly what was pierced down there.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was not really okay.
That should be something that one consents to.
Yeah, no,
That's more of an exposure.
I was ill-consented.
If only you'd have the boundary song that we talked about.
Yeah, I wouldn't have sung it. I would have been like, sure. And
no, stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need more space.
I do like that song.
Yes, it's a great song. We are about to release episode 7.
7 is coming out tomorrow.
And yes. We feature this highlight on the boundary song. Guys, we talk about great important things. And we should just put another 15 minutes on our little timer because we always go a little bit over. Yes. Are we okay to?
We can do one more of those. We can do an upright and uptight. I don't know that I've done. Well, no, I might be able to do that too. But we can do another question if you want as well.
Well, I just feel like this is. I wasn't thinking about how this isn't really an advice question.
Sure.
In what context do you enjoy? Unless it's like, I don't know, if you
Does
were
that say
having
parties?
Pickles.
No, it is pickles. That is one of the funniest questions I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know who author of this. Name yourself and claim your prize because that's amazing. A great question.
Yeah.
I mean,
your prize is to come be a guest with Upright and Fancy.
Mm-hmm. Show us your pickle.
Yeah.
And
in whatever context.
Yeah. Tell us how we're going to enjoy your pickles.
Yeah.
That's your prize.
Let me know.
Oh Lord. Okay.
That's pretty.
So
great.
Yeah, I think that
like
we could just do one more quick one.
Sure.
That is more kind of advice. Best music for sexy times.
Oh my God. So, like sort of like low dance stuff is generally what it's evolved to. But when I was in college. And we were talking about
What's it evolved to?
Yeah, what it's evolved to is just like fun, like background noise. It doesn't take you're not like, oh, I love this song, or like, oh, Christina, like when you're in the middle of doing something. You don't want that. Oh, Xtina.
Come on.
You are beautiful. 1 second. You are beautiful. Like, you don't want to be that person. So just like that. But in college, before it had evolved to that. Sarah McLachlan's Fumbling Towards Ecstasy on repeat from start to finish over and over and over.
What?
Yes.
What? Cruz, I love you so much. What?
Remember I told you that there was like one person in college or whatever that I told you about?
Yes,
and we would make out and for like a long time. You know what I mean? Like just super hardcore makeout, and we just that album.
That's fun.
Enough for that album to go for at least 1.5 times or 2 times. Just that kind of stuff.
Absolutely a lesbian making out to the entirety of the Sarah McLachlan album
over again, sometimes 1.5 times. Just on a loop.
Yeah.
Because you only had one CD to click in the thing. I had a bunch of other ones, but they were all queefy too. Like I loved the most. I loved all kinds of stuff. Like my taste in music was vast at that time.
I really like thinking about the sensitive makeout you had to Sarah McLachlan.
Listen as the wind blows. Like what? That album is it though. She became more ASPCA or whatever. So that one has Possession. Oh, into the center I can dream. I come without pride. It's an incredible song called Possession. That my friend Eddie, who sang the shit out of it in my a cappella group in college, got that solo, and I was like, boom. But I had a bunch of other solos, but that's the one I want. but he sang the shit out of it. He did it amazingly. So he was great. So it went to who was supposed to. Damn it. Oh shit! What was I just? What were we talking about? Sexy times. Oh yeah.
You were talking about what the hits off that.
Oh yeah. So
I can't remember.
So Possession was really the one, but my favorite one was called Hold On to Yourself. This is gonna hurt like hell. Such a cool song. The whole album is really good.
I was trying to figure. It's like Arms of an Angel.
No, that was like too. It was like she was kind of edgy. She was ASPCA came later and
we're talking
1990 94 95.
What is the
Lilith Fair? It was even pre Lilith Fair. It was like right before Lilith Fair. I was still in college when Lilith Fair happened, but this album
so we're almost like Tori
right
Amos adjacent at
yes,
this point.
100%
okay.
Amos adjacent.
I love this about you. I love learning this about you.
How about for you? And how has it evolved?
So it's interesting. I feel like it's I remember like the first album I ever like got groped to was Fiona Apple, which is a very
oh my god.
It's kind of
is it with Criminal and Sleep to Dream?
It wasn't that one. It was Win the Pond.
Because that one was college for me too. That was the same time as the other one. Well, not same time.
That was high school for me with Criminal, which I yes. I mean, still, that song's a fucking banger. I will
It
say that in
is.
front of God and everyone.
It is.
Seriously,
Sleep
one of
to
the best
Dream
songs.
as well. Criminal
Yes.
Sleep to Dream.
That
There's
whole,
a few of them.
The whole album. Also, I just have to say, I know that's going to like turn into the catchphrase of people making fun of me. I just have to say, but my, when I was, this, if you know, AOL Instant Messenger handles. People went wild. I went wild with mine. But I remember one time, it was when I was in college. No, it was when I was in like early high school. It was and the Fiona Apple album came out, and there's a song in the end called "Carry On." Carry on, of course, rotting, dead, decaying flesh.
Not Carry On Luggage?
No, not that kind.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that those two things have, there's been an intersection. But anyway, I did not realize what the word carry on meant.
Yeah.
And so
How could you?
So, I mean, it was just a little bit too high vocab for me at that time. And so, like, my handle, I, like, made, like, carry on something like that. And then I, like, messaged my friend. And she was like, and I was like, oh, it's Kara. She's like, what the fuck, Kara? Like, do you know, like, your handle is just, like, dead, rotting flesh.
How long was that your handle?
Not very long, but it was just very embarrassed, just like misusing a word because I love Fiona Apple.
Hilarious.
But like now, I feel like one thing that I don't know, because especially when you are parenting and you are like tired and you're trying to like switch modes, because when you have a young child, it prohibits a lot of opportunities for sexy time. Have you ever heard this? And so like. But then when you put your child to bed and there's a time, there's yes, you're destroyed. You're destroyed, but not in a sexy way. But you want to be destroyed in a sexy way. You're like, how do I get in the mindset to get destroyed in an adult way? I found just like really great, just like I have a playlist called like FJ, which stands for Fuck Jams. And it's just like really ridiculous. Like Megan Thee Stallion, like a very, just really like fun, confident, incredibly raunchy songs. Yeah. And
I had I think I probably had that too. It's just nice to have music.
Yeah, I think
because too quiet and you hear things.
Well, I just think I have the ADD, as I mentioned before. And so, like, trying to not be in my head. Like, when you're, like, in the early part of the relationship, I feel like it's, like, and you're not exhausted when you're trying to have sex. You can talk to each other, get into it, But then as you're just, you're well into your sexual career. It's really just more about like a transitional vehicle, and it's like you don't want to have to just be like trying to figure out like if like am I gonna say something, are they gonna say something? You're just like, we have this music and it's fun and silly and I can kind of twerk and and it's fun and I enjoy that, but I also really do like Radiohead and like a moody sort of ambient stuff, but that's not my husband's jam so much. But like I remember at one point I had like a television song on during like one of the playlists, and he was like, "What is happening?" I was like, "I don't like this." And so anyway, that's probably too much personal information, but that's what I'm here for. Yeah. So anyway, like really. I really enjoy some slut jams, and I also really enjoy just some lovely, moody prog rock sometimes.
Sometimes I've been really trying, baby. Sometimes it's that kind of like you just want to be swooned.
Sometimes you just want to shoot.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to shoot.
In my mind, I just hear that.
That was such a fun time for music.
The best. Okay, so now we are we're about to close out the show. I know. Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll be back.
What a fun time.
Always with you.
Do you have an upright and an uptight?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do you?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I think it's very quick.
Okay, let's do quick.
So we have a song.
Oh yeah, okay.
And we're, again, figuring it out in real time, so enjoy.
Okay, so I think I saw this one too.
Yeah.
Are you upright?
Are you uptight?
Are you fancy?
Are you angry?
Tell us how you feel.
Tell me you like it.
Tell me you don't.
Give me that fancy.
Give me that.
And yeah, so I think that are you upright? Are you fancy? We'll work on the song. I think that for me this time is really just about how there are times where it feels like just impossible to feel patriotic sometimes, and also I don't know, to just kind of get involved and like in an emotional way with anything that has to do with patriotic identity. And the Olympics is so fun, and so like my upright and fancy is Beyonce's Olympic I'm sure you have seen it. Yes, her intro of the American team. That was just, I mean, there was nothing, like, I just feel like it was just like such sweet, like, it was such a precious drug to just all of a sudden just be like, oh my God, like, fuck yeah. Like, the only thing that makes me feel like fuck yeah America is like Beyonce and these super badass athletes that are just like so many different, like, backgrounds, creeds, colors.
It's incredible.
Like body types, and like, and also just like these powerhouse people that are just like unfuckwithable in these things that are mostly unseen. And so I love just how Beyonce in the Olympics can make me feel a little patriotic.
Yeah, so that's your upright.
That's my upright.
Do you? That's a solid upright. Do you have Do you have an uptight?
Let's see. There's lots of things that make me feel uptight.
Top of mind uptight.
I feel like oh my God, there was one that I had right away, but I will just say that I am my uptight and angry has to do, well, let's just tie it in with the Olympics, with fucking idiotic people.
Oh, you're doing my exact two that I had too. I love it.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. No, we're
sorry.
good. No. I wondered if it was. I was like, you're gonna say it. Yes. Agreed.
Yes, and so the conversations that people, like, I'm talking about different people's bodies, different people's abilities, and then you have the people that take that like lovely a kaleidoscope of different ways of being, and just use the most small-minded, like, lens where people are making judgments about people's genitalia that they have never seen, that they will never see, and is none of their fucking business. And the fucking boxer from Italy who like threw that match because she was like, I've never been hit so hard in my life. She
came out and like apologized later, and it was just too little, too late,
bitch. And also, like, the thing is too is like, did she know it was being filmed? Because like that wasn't a very hard punch. Like, it wasn't even something that like she took advantage of an extra hard hit. It was a very light tap, and she was like, I've never felt like this. And obviously there's a political agenda, blah blah blah. Yeah. But all of the ways that people are, all the ways that people are policing other people's bodies and their right to be in this event, which is very much a meritocracy, and also like people are the subject matter expert on themselves and their own genitalia and gender identity and blah blah blah, and there are lots of doctors and things that these people go through for better and for worse. And so this is none of your business, this is none of your concern, and this is not the fucking point. Appreciate the diversity, and also like, don't say shit unless you actually know what you're talking about. If you don't understand that all women have testosterone in their bodies, fucking shut up. Yeah. Shut up and read something, or like talk to someone before you just
blab about things you don't. Yeah. Like, people get so caught up. Go ahead.
No, this last thing I'm going to say. I'm so sorry.
No. We're good.
So in line with this, Chappell Roan, I love that we were talking about her like a long time ago, and now she's like the biggest thing ever.
I love it.
Oh my God, like surpassing Taylor Swift, which is also, I just have to say, this outfit that I have on, I compared it to like an Elvira Stevie Nicks situation. It's like actually a bathing suit cover up. Mm-hmm. And then my friend was like, but a little bit of Taylor Swift in there too. And I was like, you shut your mouth. But I couldn't because they were being nice.
You
but
shut your whore mouth.
It's like, Elvira and Stevie Nicks are enough for you. You've got to add on another ornament to that Christmas tree.
I do. It's a nice ornament though. It's all right.
Sure.
It's good.
I'm not trying to. I'm just being contrarian and funny. Don't pay attention to me. But I think that Chapel Roan, with people being fucking idiots, because like she describes her look as drag. She does a lot of looks that are drag because it's all drag, but because people are so narrow-minded and they don't understand these worlds that they're making a lot of judgments about, I have seen so many people like just be like, you're not using the right pronouns for Chapel Roan, it's he, him, and like thinking that because she does drag, she's biologically a man. And I've seen this like a bunch. It's just like just people just being so fucking idiotic. Ignorant. Yeah.
Ignorancy. They some
anyway,
ignorancy.
I'm sorry. Now
that's okay.
Your turn. Are you... Give me that fancy. Give me that angry.
So, my upright and fancy and uptight and angry are both the Olympics as well. So the upright and fancy, I love the Olympics. The Summer Olympics especially, but I took parts of the Winter Olympics I like. I grew up, and my oldest brother Monty would like watch skiing all the time, and it was like I enjoyed it because it was it was something to do and it was something different.
Too many clothes.
But yeah, it was totally. But like I love the figure skating, of course, because I'm a homosexual, and I could tell you like
it's just amazing.
Yeah, like and we were somewhere having lunch one time, and Scott Hamilton and Katarina fucking Witt were right behind us, eating. I was like, let's get a Rena Witt. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been watching a little bit. I watched some running, which was just incredible. The men's, women's, they also have mixed running now.
Nice. And
mixed swimming. So it'll be a relay, and it'll be a guy and a girl and a guy and a girl, whatever, and like 4 times, and it's been really exciting. There's something really fun about that. And all of the guys' pants are really snug this time. This is the Olympics of nut huggers, like banana hammocks.
It's in Gay Paris.
It is in also, the gayest Paris ever.
The Olympic ceremony. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't even seen all of it yet.
I haven't. Yeah, it's everything I've seen has just been so fantastic, and how just bizarre and weird. It's like I just love it, and also again with the people being ignorant with the whole thing. Anyway, everyone knows it's old news, but but anyway, everything is kind of weird and sexy, and I love that, and I feel like there are a lot of like very beautiful people. Also, I have to say, not that like their talent is very impressive, but there are a lot of very gorgeous people, and like because of the uniform, you do get to see a lot of people's bodies. You get to see a lot of people's bodies, men and women. Like just like a whole lot of people's bodies. Different kinds of bodies. There's body yaddy yaddy.
Oh, it stopped recording. Yes, it died. I checked the damn battery.
When?
I don't know. All right. So anyway, after our technical errors,
we lost the video part, but we're at the very end, and I'm sure it's all fine.
So my uptight is the Olympics as well, because people can't just... One of the things about, not to be too political, one of the things about the Harris Walls campaign thing is mind your own damn business, or it's whatever, it's none of your business. And people throughout this thing with the Algerian fighter woman, calling her trans, with the freaking Last Supper stuff, it was like people went out of their way. And it wasn't the Last Supper. Like, it wasn't, but like people went out of their way to, and it was not. I mean, was there an allusion to it? Maybe, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to make you think critically. It's supposed to make you wonder. But at the same time, it was like it had a very specific allusion to a completely different thing. That it's like, you know, people sat along long tables a lot and had portraits done. Yeah. And also, I don't know. I haven't actually seen it, so I can't actually comment to that exact thing. But I mean, I saw the pictures of it, but I didn't see how it went down. But I can see how someone may have thought that it was, you know, like sort of reminiscent of it. But the idea that it's not just a piece of art, and so how is it your business? What what that is. It's not meant to hurt anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same people who are just like outraged that the Little Mermaid was black, when it's like obviously someone who, this is a character that is a cartoon. This is a cartoon, fantastical, based on no one real ever.
Yeah.
And it's like, if somehow like a mermaid can't be black, what? Talk, like, unpack that, but not in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
But I think that yeah, it's a very strange. It's so strange how people just see things that they, I don't know, that they're, instead of just like the instinct to sort of be curious or interested, it's like to like criticize or to find something that is supposed to be like a personal affront to something that is like core to like their value system, is just so fucking obnoxious and boring, and like really like do better.
It's just a conclusion.
Get help,
a
do
conclusion
better.
leapt to for leaping purpose, for only to leap to it. That's the only real reason to have that, is to do it just to do it.
And if you like, I don't know, why don't like, I don't like, if someone has gotten to the Olympics, just trust them.
Yeah.
That takes a lot to get there.
Yeah.
There are a lot of steps.
Yeah.
There are a lot of checks and balances along
with
the way.
doctors and physicians and drug tests and
oh my god, these people are, yes, they I mean, they probably have to go through the same level of testing that like a sexual assault victim does. Like they probably like collect 50 of their pubic hairs and like on a metal bench or something. I'm sorry if that triggers anyone. Anyway, I'm doing a great job, and I think that there are a lot of things that happen along the process of getting a green light for any Olympic event or Olympic like participant is way well beyond your pay grade, and like just shut the fuck up. But also, it is kind of nice a little bit to just see how the low-hanging fruit is just irresistible to so many people.
It is, but like, it really is. And like, I wondered if people that spoke out so kind of crazily about it, about the different parts of it, feel bad now, or feel some sort of, if they're embarrassed, or if it's just that side of it wasn't that great, but man, the freaking sports themselves are a joy to watch. I watched all of the gymnastics. I had when I was doing that. I had a random catering thing where I bartended this place, and I was there by myself pretty much because like I made like 6 drinks for 8 hours. And there were 2 huge TVs, and I watched like women's ping pong gold medal match.
Amazing.
And this running, and it was like this 4x mix medley of and it was so much fun. And like these like the 2 guys had been in the Olympics before, but the 2 girls, it was their first one, and they were in like the last one, this girl was like and took off. Like they were killing it the whole time, but she, because of her, and they were like, she didn't even, like, a lot of people will slow down near the end. She, like, especially if you know that you're ahead. She was like, and they got like a world record, an Olympic record. It was, anyway.
The records have been crazy, and like Katie Ledecky, the way that she has just been blowing through records, and like
bonkers.
I mean, it's just it is so impressive, and it's so interesting, and there are all these things that like you think about all of the different layers of society that like we never see, because there are just all of these like regional competitions for these things, because like people get there and like the shot put stuff that like people just don't. I mean, I don't ever think about. And then
me neither. And like, what other competitions do they have? The shot putters and the javelin throwers and the
and then that guy from Turkey, like the sharp shooting like assassin dude. I mean, like, and the oh my god, that lady. I cannot think of. Anyway, I should have done more research, but basically just the fact that the spotlight is on all of these people that have had these wildly different kinds of lives, and like thinking about different people's journeys from these different, I mean, it is fascinating. It takes you out of your head. It takes you out of the myopia that is our normal news cycle and like, you know, shared media event, you know, kind of experiences. Like, and it sparks joy and wonder and curiosity. And
It's
also
amazing.
you can see people's bits through their uniforms. And
Yeah,
some
you
of them
can.
have nice bits.
They do. The ones you can see pretty much are generally the good ones.
And
You know.
and also there are all these wonderful
bits.
stories about bits.
Oh, bits.
There are all these wonderful stories
Yeah.
about women supporting women in ways that are
Yes.
just incredibly wonderful. Like one athlete completely spearheaded this whole area for mothers to be with their children during Olympic events, because in the past even if you have a very young child, you just don't have any space to be with your child, or to nurse, or to have any kind of a space where they can be with you, and it's a very disorienting thing. And so creating these spaces where women can be supported and their families can be integrated into this huge incredible thing. It's these thoughtful tweaks, and they're just all of these things in which people are just really showing the good part of peopling, which is we don't get
and
enough
it very much outshone anything that was negative. So
yeah, and I like the VP pick,
I do too.
and that's nice. And so
So all good.
All good.
Life is good.
We
we both looked up like that.
There's
It's
a
gone,
camera
the camera's
still. We're still playing to the camera.
Yeah,
we
even though it's
love
done.
you guys so much.
We
Ask
love
us
you.
questions. Send us voice memos. uprightandfancy@gmail.com. Facebook. We're getting the TikTok. We're gonna eventually have a Patreon. Tell us everything that you like
Anything.
about us. Anything you want. Tell us how you liked the Olympics, but really just please tell your friends and family about this show if you think that they're
Yes.
fun people with a dirty sense of humor. And
share and share alike.
subscribe,
follow.
You're gonna have some special things for the subscriptions eventually.
Coming up soon.
And and please leave reviews. It really, really helps us. And the fact that there are people out there listening is seriously making our dreams come
It
true.
makes me so happy. I can hardly stand it.
I just love you.
I love you.
And we love you.
And we love you.
And be fun and curious and not a dick.
Yeah, those things. Fun, curious, and not a dick. I like those. Words to live by.
Sure.
I want
not
that cross-stitched on a
asked.
pillow.
We could do that.
Bring it on. Bye, y'all.